Hello, welcome to Romantic Wednesdays with Poetry. I'm Alisa Agnes, your host, and I believe it's time to get real and spill some tea or coffee. Well, so today we will continue talking about the broken chapter. Yep, that's the name of the cycle. And today's poetry is called like the broken chapter poem of Who Knows What. That's the first title, really long and kind of funny. And the second title is If You Wonder What to Do. Well, I feel like these two poems are the most important in the cycle, and I'm really happy that I can tell you more about this today. So at first I will read you the first poem, which is a very long kind of poem and also some kind of story, so better sit down, relax and focus on this thing that I need to say in this poem. And as I say, it's some kind of story, and you will see what it's about, but it's literally about the broken chapter of Who Knows What. So here it is. The broken chapter poem of Who Knows What. I say the whole truth. He broke my heart, but I'm fine. I guess he'd never been mine for real. He would never even try. The last time he told me he loves me was way too cruel. And I know too well that he would never ever change, and my heart will never ever forget about him, so I guess it will always just bleed alone and break my heart. He'd been telling me he wants me, but his new girl was always around, while I've known him longer. And break my heart. He made loving him cruel, like sharp sun rays cut in paper, and break my heart and place me. I'll be a haunting shadow of your past at your private show, and break my heart and place me. I know all your roles way too well. Play a boy and break my heart and place me, bring back the throne. So yeah, but that's this poem. So at first let me tell you what it's about, and later I will tell you more about this story that is described here. So we have the first line, which is about just being honest. So we have this kind of situation when a girl is a heartbroken person, but she's doing fine in the end, and she starts to think about this past relationship, and she wonders if this man was ever really hers in such a real way, like relationship, like commitment, and saying that you're a couple and you're his girlfriend and he's your boyfriend. So this is what these lines mean. And later we have the separate line, which goes like, he would never even try. So it's about this commitment kind of thing. So it's like wondering if he would be able to try for this love, just literally try. And a few years ago I felt like the answer is no. So you can see that it's a very truthful kind of poem. Well, the next part of this poem is about situations that happened not long ago. It's about the last time he said he loved me, and it was that perspective the last time before I wrote that poem. So he said such beautiful, sweet words that everybody wants to hear, but you broke up, and the way he did it was just cruel. And when someone tells you he loves you, you should be happy about these words, and it should feel special. But I just felt like it was simply cruel. And it's about this situation when you think that maybe he would never ever change, because this situation happened before. And it's also about knowing that you would always love this man no matter what. So you start to wonder, if this is how the situation looks like, then maybe you will be always heartbroken and always alone. And you start to tell this man, unbreak my heart. It's like, make it undone. So it's like saying, make my heart whole again. The next part of this poem is again kind of cruel, because it's about another conversation when he says he wanted me, but it was the same day when he was seen with his new girlfriend on a date. Yep, you're probably also angry in such a situation, but sometimes all you can think about is, well, I've known him longer, so that's not fine. The next part is some kind of chorus in this poem, unbreak my heart. It's like saying, once again, make my heart whole again, make this whole situation undone, take it all back. The next part of this poem is about confessing in such a poetical way that this love has become a really cruel thing, and it's like saying that those warm sun rays that used to make you feel just fine and warm are now cutting the paper. So it's this kind of heartbreak, and again we have this kind of chorus, unbreak my heart, but we have here the next two words, unplace me, and it's like saying, I was replaced, so take it back and just bring me back to that place where I was before. And that's why it's not replace me but unplace me. It's like literally make this situation disappear and come back to the previous state. The next three lines are probably my favorite from this poem. I'll be a haunting shadow of your past at your private show. So imagine some kind of concert or a party, and you're kind of telling this man that no matter where he will go, you will be this kind of a ghost of his past, and he will never forget about you and about what he has done, maybe as well. So later we have the chorus again, unbreak my heart and place me, and the ending of this poem is very, very close. I know all your roles way too well, player boy. So it's also a little reference to playing, and about acting and about faking, and what kind of profession is that? I won't say, but maybe you can guess it. Well, and this poem ends with the chorus, which gets longer once again. And break my heart and place me, bring back the throne. So it's like saying, I don't want just my heart to be whole again. I don't want this whole situation to be taken back, but I also want to come back to this place where I was, and also I want something more. I was a princess before, and now I want to be a queen. This kind of metaphors. So it's like you want this the most important role that you used to play to be something that is the present kind of thing once again. So yep, just want the throne back because you're a queen. So yeah, this is how this whole situation looks like in this poem. As you can see, it's a really long kind of thing, and I was in this kind of moment when I needed to literally say all those things that I had in my mind to just feel better, and it's full of emotions, and it's all nothing but the truth and the real situation that happened to me a few years ago. So I think that's all that I can tell you about this poem. It was after 2020. So now the second poem, which was also written in the same time as this first poem, if you wonder what to do. So it's like this man realized that he wants you back, and he wonders what to do. So you like literally tell him all those instructions of what he should do to win your heart again, and to just make this whole situation better. So yep, that's if you wonder what to do. Come and bring me some flowers, boy. Fall on your knees and beg me, boy. Beg for your favorite spot on my balcony. Beg for your favorite food, fresh green lettuce. Beg for your favorite waves, blue cold ocean breeze. Stay on your knees, boy, beg me for all night, boy. It's not me who has something to lose, it's you, boy. When you're never next to me, don't be surprised, you're alone. So, as I've already said, this whole poem is made of instructions. So the first lines are like, bring me flowers, but these should be some special kind of flowers, sunflowers. But why? Because they mean joy. That's literally the metaphor of happiness and joy and this kind of stuff. So it's like saying, don't bring me just flowers, but also make me happy again. So this is what these flowers mean here. And later we have fall on your knees and beg me, and it's literally the description of the situation when the boy comes to apologize. He brings flowers, and if he falls to his knees, and he starts to beg, and what he can beg for. So let me remind you that this cycle is the continuation of Treacherous Romeo, so that's why we have here the line about the balcony. So it's like, beg me for the comeback on my balcony. So it's the reference to this drama Romeo and Juliet. Later, beg me for your favorite food. So it's a little bit funny kind of reference to eating healthy food for rabbits. And that's why I read here fresh green lettuce, because I just wanted to be funny and maybe rude at the same time, and that's why I wrote such a line, I confess. The next thing is beg for your favorite waves. So it's again some kind of metaphor, because Juliet has blue eyes, so it's like begging for the ability of looking into those ocean blue eyes again. But also, imagine that Romeo lives by the sea or maybe ocean, so it's like also begging for the possibility of kind of coming home. So this is what this poem kind of means. Until later, imagine Juliet telling Romeo to still stay on his knees, to beg the whole night. And it's also about saying that it's not me who has something to lose, it's you, boy. Because it's like, I have so many options and I can choose to be with somebody else, so it's not me who has something to lose, because it's you, because you would like to be the one, so you have to beg me for being the one, because you messed up and you have to fix it somehow. Yes. So this is what this part of this poem means. And later, the last two lines, and Juliet gets kinda rude once again, because she says, when you're never next to me, don't be surprised you're alone. So it's also about being shy. So it's like saying, you won't be alone, you won't ever feel alone, and you won't do such stupid things like you used to do when you decide to just spend more time with Juliet. So you, Romeo, should be more, braver, and then you won't be surprised that you are alone, and you won't have such stupid things in your mind like dating on the girls. Until then, all problems will disappear, and this way you know what to do to win Juliet's heart, to make things right. And she literally told you what to beg for. Yep. So this is what this poem means. And now let me also tell you that I wrote this poem in such a situation when the boy literally felt like my character, like Romeo. So he wanted Juliet back, and he was wondering how to make things right. And that's why I wrote for him such a poem which shows what he should do. So I think it may be also useful for other boys. If you ever messed up, just buy flowers, try to make your girl happy, fall on your knees and beg for forgiveness. that's all that I can say. That's what girls want. Yep, and this way, I think it's time to end this episode. So now let me tell you what to expect in the next episode. Well, it will be the end of this sad story about Romeo and Juliet, which is an alternative kind of story of Romeo and Juliet. And here we slowly get into the ending, which I think was actually a good kind of ending, because the first poem is called Love Conquers All, and the last poem is Red Dress. The last poem of the cycle is just a very funny way of saying what this period of time in my life felt like in such a, as I say, funny way. So in the end, sad things become better, and you start to look at the past and you start to laugh about those things. So I guess that it's a really good end of the broken chapter. So yep, now you know everything. Thank you so much for listening. It was a really long kind of episode, but I hope you liked this, and well, until the next time. Yep, bye.